Apurva Parekh, ED at Pidilite, is with us. Apurva, good numbers, growth on all parameters. To start with, walk us through the key drivers in volume growth posted by you in all segments.
So our standalone sale for the quarter grew by 9% in value. The volume growth was a little higher than that. This was driven mainly by 10% plus growth in sales of consumer and bazaar product and around 3% growth in sales of industrial product. So despite challenging business condition in parts of India, we have delivered reasonable sales growth. Due to benign raw material environment, our profit growth has been much higher than sales growth.
You know, the benign input costs led to strong margins as well. Can we expect this to continue, and what would be your long-term margin prediction, Apurva?
In the short term, we expect the raw material prices to remain soft, though due to depreciation of rupee, the raw material cost may increase a little. As far as margin goes, operating margin goes, we believe that operating margins are quite high. They may sustain for a medium term. However, it may not sustain at such a high level in long term.
Now, the industrial segment, which contributes 20% chunk of the revenue, has displayed just 3% growth. So what is the outlook there going forward?
See, industrial product business, while the value growth is 3%, volume growth was higher in this segment. Also, the sales growth was partially affected due to decline in export sales. Some of the segments to whom we supply in industrial products were badly affected. For example, leather chemicals, textile chemicals, some of these segments depend a lot on exports, and exports have been affected, and that has impacted the growth of our industrial products. So going forward, it would depend on business environment and export conditions, along with the efforts that we make to grow sales.
Given the fact that volume have gone up and value growth is low, what kind of pricing cuts have you taken or will have to undertake?
Yes, we have done selective reduction in prices in some of our products in both the segments.
Market leader in the adhesive business, so you tend to have pricing power. What's the pricing strategy going forward in this line of business?
See, I would not like to share too much detail about our pricing strategy or our pricing plan.
And how did the exports business pan out this time around? Which are the key geographies contributing to growth? And more importantly, what has been the growth in the international business for you?
So, when I said export, this is export from India. So, Brazil is not counted in that. That is part of our, international subsidiaries. But exports from India, our export sales from India declined by about 2 to 3%. A lot of our export is to SAARC, to Middle East and parts of Europe and USA. And we saw weaknesses in most geographies around the world. As far as our overseas subsidiaries goes, we continue to see difficulties in Brazil. Brazil economy has slowed down and there has been sharp depreciation in the local currency. So our Brazil businesses has faced challenge while most other subsidiaries have done well.
Okay, Apurva, we'll leave it at that. Congratulations, good numbers, all the best for the quarters ahead. That's Pidilite, the market leader, and it's behaved like a leader this quarter. Good numbers, fairly optimistic scenario being painted on the operational and the volume front for the quarters ahead as well.